Hello. No. Hello. Ah. Alright. April 10th, 2022. This is a reading from the Little Black Book, which I also got at Nativity Catholic Church. And it's a little daily prayer book for Lent. More so, it deals with his parables, deals with Jesus' parables, and it goes through them. A little companion book. So, April 10th, 2022. Story of the Passion of Jesus. Each gospel is really a collection of stories about Jesus that the author received from a number of different sources in the Christian community. It is clear that the story about Jesus that was told earliest and most frequently was the story of the last 18 hours of his life, the way that he died. The story of Jesus' passion and death captured all that he stood for and came to do. It is the heart of the good news of the Gospels because it is the good news of the victory of goodness over evil. Jesus never promised he would prevent all evil, sickness, tragedy, or sin from affecting human life, but he did promise that he could come to any evil situation of our own doing or of someone else's doing, small or great, and he could pull goodness and life out of it. On Palm Sunday, the Passion narrative is from Matthew, Mark, or Luke, rotating every 3 years. John's account is always read on Good Friday. This year's account is from Luke, and I went to church today, and it was the account from Luke, where Judas kisses Jesus' face as he's leading a crowd to come get him. and Jesus is like, "You gotta kiss me while you betray me?" Luke portrays Jesus in a very human way, it felt like. There was more detail of his sort of anxiousness and anguish over what was about to happen. And in the moments where it describes him breaking bread, it really feels like someone who knows they're about to die decides to make the most out of a last meal. Luke's portrait of Jesus. Luke, whose Passion account is read today, presents a portrait of Jesus as someone, if you only knew him, you would love. Luke paints this picture of Jesus in scene after scene as someone who was warm and loving. If people ever allowed him to love them and allowed themselves to be open to him, they would become disciples. That, for Luke, is the heart of being a disciple, this warm, loving relationship with the Lord. The holiest week of the year begins today, but the world doesn't stop. Everything goes on. Regular TV programs, regular work schedule. So if I want this to be a holy week, what do? I decide. And it's my first summer being religious. So, well, it's my second, but my first was sort of a failed attempt. So I'm going to church now, and oh, no, the account from Luke, I guess I can't read it because it's not in my bag, but I have it. It was the one that was read in church today. I took it home, and I'll read that later, because it was pretty intense. It's pretty intense, and it's Every second of making these videos, I feel like I seem crazy. And I'm not crazy. And I don't know why I feel like I need to tell you that I'm not crazy. Probably insecurity of some kind. I'm trying to open myself up to a world and a field in the world that I don't know much about, and that's a lot bigger than me, or wider in scope, and goes back a much longer time than I do. I'm only from 1997. It's where I started. 1997's a good year. I never accepted, though, and admit to still having sometimes difficulty accepting, because I haven't read all of the Gospels, accepting Jesus as a real person, first of all, even. A real person who lived. When I was a kid, I didn't know what I was supposed to do with that knowledge and why it was important, or why I was supposed to know that he was God and that he loved me. And I don't have any answers. I'm merely riding the train and spectating. It's a beautiful day today. I'm a little tired. I've been going kind of hard, but not so tired. We're gonna do us a reading, okay? Okay, we're gonna do us a reading. Oh, 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 oh. Oh. Hey, 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 hey. I always want everything, the most of everything. I want to get the most out of everything. I want to do the most. But I miss a lot of the most basic things. A lot. Timmy's underneath the table. It's all very new to me, and I cried today in church. I also found out about a guy. I'm now failing to remember his name. About a guy who is a really, really virtuosic, talented piano player from France, who is also a rapper and who's making his own music that is classical in many ways, or at least classically inspired, and also sort of extemporaneous, off the cuff, rap stuff, and I really want to listen to it. And I also I had a thing that happened to me when I found out about him, because it talked about him being in preparatory school or piano, classical music, until he was 23, and starting playing when he was 24. No, when he was 4. Started playing when he was 4, graduated until when he was 23. I'm 24 years old, and my piano is somewhere else right now. My organ. I want it to come back. I miss it. It will come back to me. I will bring it back. But yeah, I got this antsy feeling, which is dumb, because I'm here, I'm still doing it. That's his journey. I've had a different one so far, and I'll continue to have a different one. It's been 10 minutes, and I haven't started playing with cards. So let's play with some cards. Timmy, say, what's going on? What are you doing? I'll be honest with y'all that I have a lot of anxiety for some reason right now. But maybe we can get to the heart of that in a moment. Yes, sir. Thing is I was like happy earlier, and then I sat down and I was happy, and then I started recording and I was like, gonna do us 3 shuffles on this one. Give us a reading. Man, I just keep being told the same shit, man. Don't be antsy. Don't be antsy. Accept what you got right now. Take the new thing. Keep going. The problem is I keep feeling like I want the new thing. Like I know I want the new thing already. I know that I do. I don't want to just hold on to these 3. If this is here, I'm not too good for it. I don't feel that I'm too good for it. But my actions perhaps make it seem like I feel I'm too good for it. So from there, what do we see? What do we think? Haha. What do you want, right? You want to help. You want to build wealth in a true way, in a righteous way, in a holy way, in a sanctified way. You know, in your way. And you want to be able to have it spread, have it grow. Let it be seeds for more wealth in the future. But how can you do that if you do not accept the wealth that is here now? I was talking about money today, and I said something to my girlfriend about being rich. When I'm rich, I'm gonna be happy about it, and I'm gonna be open about that I'm happy about it. And I don't know why I had to say that. Because it felt bad when I said it. Because that's not what it's about. I keep learning. It's like you're supposed to get money, but then you're supposed to know that it doesn't matter, it's not important. And I find that I have not thought or treated money as though it mattered for a lot of my time on this earth, because it gives me anxiety, because I haven't traditionally been great at earning money, or haven't wanted to earn money, and thought, okay, that's just not for me. Above, King of Wands reversed. It's a refusal. There is a refusal of inherent of providence, of your providence. And it's not in a way that you can perceive. It's not obvious. Your power is ancient, and it's the same power that we've all had from the very beginning. And it is yours. But it won't come all at once because you don't understand it and you can't harness it. And you're not I feel that this sounds negative. It's not that you can't harness your own power, because of course you can, but you can't rush to do so, because your power is unfolding exactly how it should be, gradually, step by step. You're healing. Four of Swords, upside down. You're healing, and you're failing at healing. You're failing at being the thing that you think you're supposed to be, because you're still recovering from what you have been. What you made yourself, what you attached to, what you played around with in your head, what you didn't do, what you did do. It's all very overwhelming to be a human with memories and emotions, because all of them are so intense. All of them are so important. Knight of Wands, upside down again in the past. This is a Celtic cross reading, by the way. If I haven't labeled what has happened so far, it's Four of Cups is you, or the situation. Six of Pentacles is what crosses you, or what you want, where you want to go. What's the goal? What's the challenge? Above is King of Wands reversed, and below Four of Swords reversed. And now we have in the past Knight of Wands reversed. A lot of false starts, perhaps, or maybe a start that started but it couldn't be carried for long. As much as you want to blame environmental factors for it not totally working out the way that you wanted it to, you have to admit that it was you. You have to admit that it was you. That you're not perfect. that your best efforts and your forward momentum is not always exactly forward momentum. That your art flops, that your attempts flop, that you break things and make mistakes. Knight of Pentacles reversed. So the reversed theme is carrying. This is the future. Another knight. Another knight reversed. Why does it never feel like you're making progress? Why, even when things are changing and you are changing and you are committing yourself to new things, why does it feel like you're not making progress? Well, maybe you have to see it. Maybe you have to make something that you can see after. And when you see it, you'll see that it is real. He's holding a coin here. Earth. Tangible. It won't feel like it, right? Okay, so it won't feel like, whenever you're in the place, actually, like, it'll feel good. It'll feel like you're doing what you're supposed to do, but it won't feel like you're successful. It won't feel like you're successful because there's always still more. There's always still other steps. There's always a next place to get, but there's not necessarily. You're doing good where you are, as you are, who you are. The desire to be somebody else hurts. Desire to be the piano man who had all of the practice that I didn't have, who practiced all the practice that I didn't practice, the priest who's had his position from dedicating his life to a certain group of people for a long time. So often I feel that I'm in situations where I deserve more than I'm being given because I can imagine more. I know that there is more. I have a feeling like you don't know what's inside me. You don't know. How could you dismiss how could you dismiss me? How could you count me out without knowing? Because I know all sorts of I know my heart. That's what I said today. I know my heart. I know it. And when I reach out my heart and it's not like I've broken some sort of faux pas, or it's inappropriate, the time is not good, or the like I want to gush about so many things. I want to you have to knock Like if you've decided that you're supposed to knock on a door, you have to knock. And just because Jesus says it will be opened for you doesn't mean that these doors are opening in the exact one-to-one way that you expect them to. Doors are invisible. Certain things you say, certain expressions you make, certain tones of voices that you say, and they unlock whole other events in your life that never would have happened before. Certain places you'll go, certain people you'll meet. And it's gradual once again. It's gradual. But I always feel frustration because I'm so passionate about whatever the thing is, or at least in the moment I feel that I am. And I know that there's no good in not reaching out. So there's a Catholic deacon, the Diocese of Orlando, at my job, my restaurant job, and I was bussing, and he had his emblem on his shirt, and he was eating, and it was not my table, and I went up and asked him, hey, is that the overarching branch of the Catholic churches in this area? And he said, yes. And I said, so is there like a central one? And I started talking to him, and he clearly I didn't realize in the moment, but he didn't want to talk to me. I don't believe. He was eating, and he was doing his thing, and he did not want to talk to me. And I asked Kitty back there, you see him run, and my coworker and the waiter for that, or the server for that table, was looking at me and was like, and I go over there and I'm like, what? What's up? And she's like, you can't talk to our customers about religion. Anything could happen. And in my brain, and then out loud, I was like, his shirt says Deacon of Orlando, of the Catholic Archdiocese. Like, isn't he the guy who wants to talk to me about Christ or about religion or about any of that? And it's like, I'm so antsy to be knocking at all of these doors because I feel impatient. It's like there are hierarchies everywhere you go, no matter what. Even in places where they say that there are no hierarchies, there's invisible hierarchies everywhere. Oh, sweetheart. Hello. Hello. And you have to make other people happy, fulfill the thing that they expect, fulfill the thing that they care about. Then they'll care about your thing. But you can't go to them and say, you should care about my thing, because I really care about my thing. Well, actually, you can. I'm probably going to still do that too. But that doesn't always work. People don't want to talk about your thing sometimes. You are not them, they think. So you can't just be that honest all the time. Or can you? God, I don't know. I feel like I should be able to be honest all the time. And that's where I get so mad. Like, I should. There's something you're missing. But it's okay. tried to take on the identity of the hanged man, and you've stopped hanging. Every time I start to think that I know better, I remember that the world is really big, and that there's a lot of people, and that everybody knows better, and that nobody knows better. And in that regard, I have respect for what I know. I know. It's something that you have to hold on to, those things that you know. 30, 33 on the clock. Other people don't have to believe those things, though. They don't have to get it. They don't have to see it quite yet. They don't have to believe you. You don't have to convince them. You can show them. I get so tired of talking. I don't have the energy sometimes to talk and to have the right frame of mind with every person and to know what they're going to respond to, what they care about, how I should approach them, how I should have balance. I don't know. I don't always know that. And maybe you will feel that way. Maybe as you're taking more risks, doing the things that matter to you, you'll feel like you're just washing around on the ocean and like you can't, like you're crying, or you're a wreck, or you're nervous, or you're uncomfortable. The water is above you. That's what this feels like. And that's okay. You are still the king. As far as you're concerned, somebody else is the king to them. Jesus is king to some people. Krishna is king. Money is king. But what do you want? What do you believe? Another reverse card. It's okay, they can all be reversed. It doesn't matter to me. The sun. First, the hanged man was you. Upside down King of Cups was your circumstances, where you're gonna find yourself. Or no, wait. King of Cups was advice. Or was it? Yeah. Yeah, okay, so the first one was you, and then the second one is advice. And that's the King of Cups upside down. And listen, you know what? Fuck being perfect. Fuck being tolerable. Do everything that you can to be honest and to be truthful and to be tactful. Like, know when the moment is and when it's not. Alright? Just because something's very important to you doesn't mean that it's important to everybody in all situations, but it does not mean that it's not important. Because it is. But if you know that, nobody else has to know. Like Timmy doesn't know that my bag is very important to me. Or at least he acts like he does. No, sir. because he wants it. And who am I to tell him he can't have what he wants? Well, the one with thumbs. And I suppose that puts me at the top of this hierarchy. But maybe I'll let him play with the bag later when it doesn't have any of my stuff in it. Baby, Daddy loves you forever. Please don't be sad. It's just a bag. I broke a tiny lizard egg yesterday. I broke it and I saw the embryonic fluid or thing, embryo organism, and I got so fucking sad. It sucked. And I eat chicken eggs, but I accidentally broke this tiny egg in my hand and I got so upset. But you'll see again and again that there's nothing to be upset about, or when there is, it's okay. Right? Because you're the sun. You are the light. It is you. It always has been. It always will be. It always will be. Even when you don't feel like it. Be patient, be direct, be truthful, and use discernment. Queen of Swords. Outcome. Many butterflies here. Crow or some kind of bird up there. The two moons here, the sword. She's got a bracelet of some kind. The cloak of clouds. What do we get from her? What do we understand? Truth will prevail, justice will prevail. You must see things as they are and deal with them, interact with them in a straight way. Don't be afraid of them. This is the only way to keep going forward. I did this earlier, and it makes me look happier when the hat is like this. See? But it went down. Now it's up. It's not bad. This baby is a cherub in here. You're not alone. That's something Marley's been pressing on me. It's a hard idea to buy into. Because you seem to be alone. But there are things you cannot see. There are things you do not understand. There are beings beyond your knowing. And you are guided to the best good. Patiently. decisively, discerningly, truthfully, honestly. It's not a dream. It's not made up. It's real. It's real. Everyone will want to make you think that it's not real, and it's not because, well, not everyone. Lots of people will want you to think that it's not real, and that's because it's not real to them. They don't believe it. That's okay. That's okay. If you know that it's real, then you know. 40:44 on the clock. This shit is like pulling teeth, to be completely honest with you. Here they are. Keeps coming back. Here it is. Archangel Michael. Temperance. Mind of God. In and out water. Water from one cup to the other. Serenity. Calm in mind and heart. The rainbow of possibilities and of creation and of healing and of forgiveness. It's right here. It's all in front of you at all times. Just like all these angel eyes, and you can't see them until you do. And you see it and you say, ah, ha ha, I see. This is an extra card. He likes to poke his way out to remind me. And he's here. He's got me. I'm not the only one. He's got Timothy. He's got Marley. He's got so many of you out there. If you believe, he's got all of you. I love you, Timothy. My sweet boy. He lay down. My bubble. Oh, he lay. I love you. I believe in you. And I don't know you, but I think I do. A little. And I don't want to sound negative. I don't want to be negative. I don't want to think negative. But I don't think that's what I've done today. I don't want to bullshit you. 44:11. I can't bullshit you. It'll make this impossible. Hi. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are very important. Timmy knows. Timmy knows he's important. Enjoy, precious creature. So that was your reading. Temperance. Temperance. Always temperance. Don't go crazy. Go crazy, but don't go crazy. Whatever's screaming in your heart, you are built for it. If your head is telling you that you aren't built for it, maybe ask whose voice that is. If people outside aren't telling you that you aren't built for it, maybe ask who they are, what authority they have, what they know about you. I'm doing Ask an Angel Oracle cards, and then I'm doing Prophet Oracle cards. Shoot. 46 minutes. Okay. Alright. Are you feeling nervous? Are you having fun? It's almost over. It's just begun. Don't overthink this. Look in my eye. Don't be scared. Don't be shy. Come on in. The water's fine. We're gonna go where everybody knows. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. We're going to go where everybody knows. Everybody knows. So get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Hey, come on. Get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. Heads down. Pray for me. Hands down now. Pray for me. I said get your fucking hands up. Get on out of your seat. All eyes on me. All eyes on me. You're forgiven. You're forgiven. And forgive. It'll feel better. Especially yourself. Emotion. If you will. That was Archangel Zadkiel with forgiveness, by the way. And this is Fuel. Emotion. It's gonna be like this always. This is our lot. It's in us. That's okay. Forgive it. Forgive yourself. Wind's blowing. Awakening. Archangel Jeremiah. 22, motherfucker. Awakening. Nobody has to know. Nobody has to know. You know. But if you give yourself something to see, something to prove it to yourself outside, then you know you know. You know. Balance. Tokyo. Resolve any conflicts that you are on the wrong side of. Resolve all debts. Resolve all problems. The things that you don't feel like you want to deal with, that aren't your mission, aren't your goal, you'll need to do them to reach your mission or your goal. You'll need to. And it's not for you, it's for everybody else. That's what I'm doing now. I'm settling my debts. And it will be a battle, Samael. But that's okay too. Now, last, we're gonna do the Prophet Oracle card set. beautiful, beautiful backs to these cards. The hand. He's got eyes for hands, hands for feet. Got to be a joker, he just do what he please. Where did it go? Oh, it went this way. Roll up and gambler, he's got too many birds in his feet. Teeth. Got to be a honker, he just dig as he please. It's I love you all. Reach out to some friends. Tell them you love them. Or ask them what's going on. If you get to love anybody, you are very lucky. Goodbye, y'all. I'll see you for the next video.